What's up, guys? Today I want to talk about something I coined, and that is toxic positivity. That is correct. The toxicity of someone being overly positive. Because I've seen this before, not only in the animation industry, but also in the gaming industry. And the best way to describe this is, you know how there's hopeless romantics? Well, there are people who are hopeless, positive nut jobs, okay? For lack of better words. That's what they are. For example, when it comes to animation, you have many of these students who will come from, college, whether it's online or on campus, and they have the reels and they have a false sense of competence, we'll say. It's a Dunning-Kruger effect to an extent, where they believe that their reel will get them a job, or at least should get them a job. And anyone who's actually in the industry who looks at the reel knows that it's nowhere near the professional level that's needed to even get a junior position. And what that stems from seems to be a toxic positivity culture within many of these schools, whether they're online or not, where you have these instructors, where you have, multiple people at different levels. And instead of, letting them know a realistic understanding of, hey, this isn't good enough, okay? You're good, to do maybe some fun little sketches, some little doodles and animations, whatnot. But in order to get a job at an industry or a company, this isn't good enough. And what they do is they just tell them, oh, that's good work. That's good job. You can fix this and fix that, but overall it's a good job. And they give them this very tepid criticism. That's what it is. They give them a false sense of confidence by not wanting to offend the person. And I've seen this before firsthand, where I'm like, that's garbage animation. Whether you like it or not, that's garbage animation. Not even being subjective, that's objectively bad. It doesn't follow any of the principles. There is no, character to it. It's just bad. And you'll have people like, hey, you still need some work. You're still getting there, but I think you need to do this, this, and this. That can harm someone. That can definitely harm someone and can have people quit. Because upon them, putting out the reels and whatnot, they get, devastated because they're like, yo, why am I not getting a job? My instructor told me that it was good. My family told me it was good. My friends told me it was good. Why am I not getting a job? This is not fair. And chances are it's just that you were lied to, unfortunately, that your animation isn't good, that you've been a victim of one of these toxic, positive, nut jobs. Okay, that's what they are. When it comes to the gaming industry, I've seen this, firsthand in some cases, where you give very lukewarm criticism of a game, and you have this toxic positive culture where you have these people who are like, hey, you can't say anything bad about that game. Where if you say any type of criticism, hey, this could be better, or this, I didn't really like this, or this was not good, that you have these people almost like a cult of toxic positivity that'll come out and be like, hey, it was good. You're the problem, right? There's a skill issue. It's perfect. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with it, okay? Just be happy. And the problem with that is that where do you go with that, right? How does a game studio, how do you deal with that? Like, I'm in the middle of creating a game, okay? It's Spider Combat. That's a placeholder title. But I'm in the middle of creating a game, and I can only imagine, like, if I were to have, testers who are testing the game, and people are like, hey, it's great, it's amazing, it's perfect, it's flawless. And that's not the truth, where there's things that could be improved upon, how that would impact me. Can you imagine a studio that's being ran off of false positivity, of that toxic positivity? They're gonna go bankrupt. That's what's gonna happen, because they're giving them a false sense of confidence that's not there, that is not shared with the majority of people who consume their product. I just want to keep people just aware of that you have all this toxic behavior, toxic. I think there needs to be a scrutiny, a lens placed upon toxic positivity, because all it does is it actually handicaps people. It cripples people because it prevents them from growing. It prevents, innovation. It prevents people from expanding and truly living up to the potential that they could. Can you imagine someone hindering your potential because you've been fed lies your entire life? Oh, you're a great artist, you're a great artist, you're a great artist, and you're drawing stick figures. And then when you see someone who's, doing a Mona Lisa or something, then you just, you go inside yourself and you just feel like a complete inferior. But you have these people who are leading many young up and coming artists astray out of the sense of not wanting to hurt feelings. You don't have to, as far as deliver it in a very bitter manner, but you have to give people a realistic understanding and standard of what is needed to attain a job, especially given this environment, which is extremely competitive given the recent layoffs. So now you're not going against, your average student, you're going against industry professionals who may take a, pay cut just to get some money flowing into their accounts. So it's really sad to see, especially with the gaming industry, where it's everything is just awesome. It's great. It's some of these games are put out where you can't say anything, okay? Because the fan base is so toxic, positive nuts that if you say any type of criticism, you'll have a swarm of people saying, "Oh, it's not. You're wrong. It's perfect." So it leads not only a division within communities of fans of games, but it leads a problem for the developer, because you'll have this small niche group of people who love it, but it's surrounded by a bigger group of people who are like, "Hey, this is mid," or like, "This isn't worth it." It's not worth the $80 that they're charging for many of these games, especially when it's digital and they can take it away at any time. So it's just something that to reflect on, and something that I notice that is harming more people than you would actually, consider, that you would even think of that it's harming. It may even harmed you. Nevertheless, that's the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please feel free to leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, guys, keep animating.